Noon, 4:51, June 6th, 1858. Bertha confirmed with me that the Count was indeed in business with her sweetheart, Andrew. I checked in on some other alibis, and let's just say, it really was all purely chance that he had run into me all those times. Or at least it was looking that way. It was a hard pill to swallow, like cyanide burning down my throat. Had I truly yelled at someone who was suspiciously innocent? Nicolette won't let me be about how often I've sighed since that day. Edith thinks that perhaps I should confront him once more. I don't pay them to think or speak. Why can't they just bugger off? Evening, 8:10, June 7th, 1858. The time had come, and I felt the need to swallow my pride, which, as I have the right to such a great amount, there was a lot to force down. Bertha was able to help me make arrangements to speak with the Count, though she made him off to sound wounded and hurt by our last encounter. I suppose this man is what the English would call a dandy. I was led to a room that I was told was Andrew's library, and there stood the Count, sipping on what I assumed to be cognac. Bertha's future mate excused himself, allowing us two foreigners to be alone. Monsieur, I began almost timidly. I wish to apologize. Perhaps I had been too harsh and jumped to conclusions. I was not used to speaking such words or acting in such a way. I hope that I haven't offended you too greatly. He had still been turned from me, but I felt almost as though he was smiling, gloating, but not letting me see his face for that very reason. He took a drink and finally faced me to say,
"Oh, mein Lieber, mein Hastier, I find myself too much a fool to not give in to a pretty face. Though yours is one that makes such a term quite an understatement. Yet I'm sure you know this, and how all others pale in comparison to yours."
Do you practice those lines, or are you just a quick thinker?
You think me insincere?
I think you know what to say to charm almost any lady into your bed.
Is that what you think I'm trying to do to you?
I can't figure that out yet. You don't seem to be driven by blind lust like most men.
And you are not any lady.
What is it that you want?
To be fair, mein Hastier, you came to me first this time. But since you asked, it would be terribly rude for me not to answer, no? So maybe I'd like to dine with you. Or we could go out for a stroll and see an opera, whatever it is you French girls are into nowadays. Though once again, Mademoiselle Lambert, you are not just any girl, nor are you just a French one. You are Lottie Lambert, a lady of noble birth and great skill. It would be insulting to just assume you be in the same taste as everyone else without your say.
I looked him up and down. I couldn't smell a lie from him, but it was so peculiar to me. Was he truly that smitten by me, but at the same time someone to be smitten by as well? Against all better judgment, I decided to give him a chance. Tomorrow, there's a restaurant the floor below my family's lodgings. Meet me there for dinner. It was almost as though the dynamic between us had kept on switching. I felt as though I was being buggered by him, and yet he made me the foolish daydreamer fawning over him. I came to him to ask, and nearly beg something of him, but I am the one who is given the power. Perhaps this wasn't a bad start to whatever our relationship would lead to.